Well, good morning. Today I want to do just a very simple script I threw together. I'm reading a book on Druids, and I've always talked about how influential, so here's a podcast, The Hidden Celtic Soul of Christianity. So welcome to the podcast, where we dig into stuff history forgets to shut about. Today, I'm fired up. I've been reading about the Druids, those Celtic sages of old, and it's got me thinking, what if everything we know about Christianity's roots is missing a massive piece? We're always hearing about the Greeks, Plato, Augustine, the Logos. But what about the Irish? What if they didn't just tweak Christianity, but gave it its real heartbeat? And stick with me here. What if I'm a modern-day Druid, remixing the ancient Celtic vibe with a tantric twist and a rogue Christian edge? Let's unpack this. So picture this. It's the 5th century, Rome's crumbling, Europe's a mess, and over in Ireland, something wild's brewing. Christianity's landing. Sure, it's St. Patrick's out there baptizing kings, but it's not the buttoned-up Roman version. It's a raw, earthy, alive. Why? Because the Irish had the Druids. Think poets, priests, philosophers rolled into one. They didn't write books. They sang the world into being. And when Christianity showed up, they didn't ditch that. They wove it in. Now, we love talking about the Greeks and their influence on Christianity. Augustine basically admitted he cribbed from Plato, or was it Pythagoras or Aristotle? Nah, don't quote me on that. Point is, the Greeks gave us the heady stuff, the logos, the word, divine reason. Fair enough. But the Irish, they brought the soul. Think cycles, birth, death, rebirth, like the seasons they lived by. Think metempsychosis, souls wandering through lives, a vibe that's more dharma than dogma. It's not Greek, that's Celtic to the core. And here's where it gets personal. I'm Canadian, Irish roots running deep, firstborn son of a line stretching back to those misty hills. I've always seen Christianity through this lens, not the sterile, cathedral kind, but something alive, pulsing, tantric even. I'm none of it and all of it. Celtic, Christian, a little Eastern spice, a complex. Like I told a friend recently, and it hit me. Maybe I'm a modern Druid, carrying that old fire into now. So let's flip the script. What if the logos, the word, wasn't just a Greek gift? What if the Druids had it first, chanting truth into the wind before Athens ever built a library? Their poets, the Phili, could curse a king with a rhyme or bless a nation with a verse. That's power. That's logos, raw and unpolished. When Christianity rolled in, the Irish didn't borrow from the Greeks. They baptized their own magic. Think St. Patrick's breastplate. I rise today through the strength of heaven, light of sun, radiance of moon. That's not Plato. That's pure Celtic soul. Here's the kicker. Maybe the true Christianity, the one that stuck, that evolved, wasn't born in Rome or Athens, but in those Irish monasteries, places like Iona or Clonmacnoise, where monks scribbled the Book of Kells and kept Europe's lights on during the Dark Ages. They didn't just save Latin and Greek, they fused it with something older. They fused it with something eternal, reincarnation, nature's divinity, the word as a living thing. And yet, we barely talk about it. Why? Because history loves a tidy story, and the Irish were too far on the edge, geographically, culturally, to fit the mold. I'm still chewing on this, and I want you with me. Next time, we'll dig deeper, maybe chase down how those Irish monks took their Druidic spark to Europe, or how it echoes in my own life, this weird mashup of Celtic tantric, and Christian rogue. Hit me up. What do you think? Are the Irish the unsung heroes of Christendom, or am I just a druid dreaming out loud? Until then, keep asking the questions history forgot. This is Al, signing off. Shante. Until next time.